What's up? It is a little game here between MBL and Margougou, and this looked fun. I wanted to see what MBL down here is thinking about the Gurjaras. How is he playing the Civ? What's the strategy? That's a really fun Civ, in my opinion. Came out initially considered to be broken, a couple small tweaks, and now it's really pretty rarely seen at the highest levels. Not considered to be a good civilization anymore. Let's turn up our audio sound just a little bit so we can hear the game. That seems like a better level. All right. Margougou playing as the Chinese, one of the best civs in the game. They can do pretty much everything, and they can do it all quite well on the back of a strong economy, starting with 3 extra villagers, though a bit less food. So the big number here, 35 seconds idle TC time, could be just a bit better. I think 20 seconds is perfect. I think that is the optimal number, 20 seconds or thereabouts. It's a little bit off. On the other hand, we have MBL. He's got 4 sheep garrisoned right off the bat. Garrisoning the next 2. Has he found his last 2? No. So he's going to be garrisoning his sheep in the mill. The reason he does this, Gurjara's only civ that can do this, they get food for this. And I think if you garrison all the sheep, it might be something similar to a villager gathering. Now, what I'm interested to see, does he drop 2 out later in the game? It is an exponential bonus. The more sheep you have garrisoned in your mill, the less each individual sheep helps. The reason for that is on maps with a lot of sheep, this was initially very broken. So they made that little tweak, fixing the civilization economy. So now a lot of players will put the all 8 sheep in initially, and then pull a couple out later to supplement their food economies. So they don't have to worry about, because it gets very, very tough and very technical. You can see MBL taking straggler trees and whatnot as well. Not really the situation that is normal start. Normal start, you're over here. We got 3 villagers on wood. We've got pushing in the zebra. We've got second elephant in. We got the same type of thing here, but the 3 villagers on wood are split between stragglers and now building a lumber camp. MBL's map looks pretty solid. I kind of like the positioning of this wood line directly between him and his opponent, giving him something to dance around, although it is a little complicated. Out this side, there's a hill, and there's a lot of open space. And if there are any of these random pauses in the commentary, it's because I'm probably sneezing or something else. Just not feeling the best, but saw this game going on, wanted to get on here, had some extra time because I wasn't feeling the best, so I thought I'd give it a shot, see if we could talk through this game or not. I'm hanging out here. I really want to see if the next step is to pull out these sheep or not. I'm trying to figure out what these players are going to go for. Both players just on the way up to feudal age. It's very difficult for Chinese to do any sort of men-at-arm strategy or barrack strategy because of that really touchy start. Margougou just kind of, dropping another lumber camp. Nobody on gold yet for either player. Margougou's base, kind of interesting as well. I like the fact that the berries for MBL are on the back and he has the back wood line. Margougou kind of has side wood lines, not quite, I would say, ideal in the fact that, your opponent's going to be hitting these sides. Now, both players, I believe, do know where the other player is. Yes, see, that's a 7-tile gold. Okay, that's my opponent because it's a 7-tile gold. MBL, on the other hand, okay, just about to find out here and finds out with the town center Margougou going for the trap in a hurry. Dropping the barracks now. Now both players know where the other player is and realize, oh, it's one of these closer games. MBL, he's up. And we drop in the stable right off the bat, going into scouts. Another exciting feature of Gajars is the Camel Scout. We're not going to see it. I really disappointed that we never see it. I wonder if that could be slightly tweaked, because if it was tweaked a little too much, it could easily become a broken ability to go Camel Scouts in the Feudal Age. However, they're very expensive, you know, so, you know, costing a lot of food and some gold with a slow creation time. If we maybe buffed the creation time by a couple seconds, making it, you know, I don't know exactly the time, but I feel like it's probably like 30 seconds or more. What if we brought that down 5 or 10 seconds, 5 seconds probably, to make it just a little more realistic. Both players, though, going for the scout build. MBL does have a pretty nice advantage with this, because in the Feudal Age, the Camel Scout does have bonus damage versus a regular scout. In the Dark Age, no. But in the Feudal Age, there is a lot of bonus damage at play here. I like the preemptive Spearman here from MBL and from Margougou. If you're going scouts and you think your opponent's going scouts, or you know your opponent's scouts, add a couple spears in, sit them where your wall villagers are. They've made walling take forever in this game now. So you're going to want to do that, because you're not going to have your walls up. It's probably good that walling takes forever, right? I'm not disagreeing with that decision. It just, the game is not a game where you can get your walls up and go for a Castle Age anymore with on the back of a scout build. You really have to keep your eyes up. You got to get spearmen out. You can't just go fast feudal into 5 scouts, some pressure, walls, and Castle Age, as that was really probably the first build order I learned when I started learning build orders, and I've since not played enough to keep up with my build orders, and they are garbage now. But it's now a build order that is kind of irrelevant. Scout build in that manner. It's the same build. You just get stuck in Feudal Age a while, you know? Both players just dancing around. Archer range coming down for our Chinese player and for MBL. And that's the meta of the game now. You're not playing archers, what are you doing? I don't like archers. They're boring. Okay, they're not boring. They're just difficult. Right. Trying to clear up this Camel Scout, I believe, is Margougou. Really just looking for whatever hits he can get. As far as upgrades, neither player has invested into any upgrades whatsoever, but the archer range coming in will change things up. Got 4 on gold and archers on the way out just now. On the other side, 2 on gold. Archers also on the way out, pushing these spearmen away. So very similar gameplay by both. 32 villagers for Margougou, 31 for MBL, 12 military, and 10 military. Very similar, and that villager difference is quite simply the Chinese. About a vill and a half ahead on that, with the 45 seconds of idle TC time. As far as upgrades, we have pretty similar eco upgrades, actually dead even upgrades across the board. Now MBL is going to lose an archer. That's important. That's a great pickoff by Margougou. Getting these scouts in behind the military, catching the reinforcements, grabbing an archer. As we can see, that's 1 archer versus 2 archers now, instead of 2 versus 2. It's an important little pickoff. It's not nothing. Blacksmith now being added, and Blacksmith just already added for MBL. Already getting his upgrades in. This game is not going directly to Castle Age, but neither player really pressuring that hard. Both playing very defensive. Gonna go late in this game. However, it's a matter of... Uh-oh. Another archer. Gonna get picked off, and that's a great use of the scouts. 0 scouts down, 2 archers picked. MBL needs to take better care of his archers. MBL engaging in a fight here. Does have the advantage, but is down on the archer numbers. So those spearmen are able to stick around, keeping these scouts from engaging. And, ooh, trying for a cheeky little archer pick there again was... Oh, MBL engages as Margougou. MBL just consistently producing just a bit more military, I would say. And really trying to pressure. And Margougou adding the second archery range. MBL adding the second archery range. It's wild. Archers is not the long-term play for MBL. Going into 2 archery ranges here in the feudal age. And MBL is fairly close to Castle Age. I think just a bit closer than Margougou is. So we're going to see an MBL click here in about 60 seconds. And is Margougou going to be able to keep up with that click is the question, right? Is Margougou, how far behind is he going to be, and how much damage can he get done in the, yep, I take it back, not even 60 seconds. If you're Margougou, you see the score drop. You got to pay attention to things like that. You see that score drop, and you realize, oh, my opponent's up. You get up yourself. I don't think Margougou's going to try to do any damage, but I don't think it's going to be a big negative. Like, the timing difference is so similar. It's not going to hurt him. That 30 seconds, it can. It really could. MBL going to go fully into archers, into crossbowmen. Going to open crossbows with a cav civ. This is what I'm saying. What if making camels right now was just a bit more feasible? Like, eagle civs, they take forever, yeah, but they're feasible here. You know your opponent's going archers. Now, a camel civ, you're not going to want to go archers, right? That's a bad play. You're not going to want to go camels, rather, against the archers. But an eagle civ would be making eagles. This camel civ doesn't make camels, even though they're available, ever. Want to see all the bonuses used. It's just more fun, keeping the civs more asymmetrical, you know, in a game that has so many civilizations. And the Gurjars, he's already a very unique civ, so great job on that, devs. Very unique, and at this point, seems to be pretty well balanced, if you ask most people. Margougou a slight advantage on the archer numbers, but MBL 20-second advantage on the upgrades. That's significant. Margougou, though, taking a fight. Getting a little another volley in before. Trying to get some damage in. Alright, upgrades are in. Now the crossbowman really strong here. That's why Margougou was out there. He wanted to keep this fight away from his base because he didn't want his villagers in danger, and that 20 seconds did matter. I was not correct in my assertion that it wouldn't matter. And MBL going straight into Shravamsha Riders. Already has one out here. This guy, he's a pretty cool dude. One of the fastest, sorry, the fastest unit in the game. Very bad in melee combat, but never has to take a melee fight. And very good against ranged units. Doesn't have any particular bonus damage, I don't believe, but just takes 5 shots to break the armor. It's called dodging. These guys will dodge up to 5 arrows before they get tired of dodging. Really think of it like a Halo energy shield, right? You got your shots to get the energy shield down, and then you got your shots to get the hit points down. And if you don't get the hit points down, the energy shield regenerates. Immediately 3 town centers for Margougou, going for a very economic approach, even with this gold being so heavily pressured. Figures, I know where the army is, I can spot it, that gives me time to react if it heads any other way. MBL adding the second one, but not the third one at the moment, so going to be going a little bit more aggressive. Now we're going to see the villager count adding up for Margougou, I believe. And these crossbows need to find a way out. As MBL's still going for crossbows, these guys kind of stuck in here, but MBL brings the other crossbows up to save them, and it's a rescue mission, a successful one at that. SEAL team successful in saving their buddies. About half of them anyway. Siege Workshop coming up for Margougou. That should really put an end to the crossbowman pressure from MBL. However, you never know. At this level, Siege doesn't always do anything. This is not a large number of crossbows though, so I think the Siege will be plenty here. Monastery coming out for MBL. And I like this outpost. Guys, if you're not using outposts, use them a little bit more. They're very effective in these games where you're, trying to see if you're going to get raided. You're not sealing your base off, which, hey, more power to you. Very open playstyle from MBL. Mangonel coming out here. These crossbowmen forced to stay inside of here. And MBL has dropped behind 7 villagers and is not able to find any realistic damage. Getting cav armor, so I love this play. MBL just going ham with the outpost all across the map. Gonna be finding relics, gathering them in, turning that military pressure into map control. That's what you need to do, but here's the question. How badly does MBL get rocked? Sees the rocks, moves away, moves back in, going in for the kill on the Mangonel. Can he get it? These are very weak crossbowmen. Misclicks. These crossbowmen need to get out of here. The crossbow army cleaned up the villager following, repairing the Mangonel. The crossbows cleaned up. Margougou suddenly takes the military. Well, I take it back. He's still 7 behind in military. Takes a great engagement, though. The Shervamches, I don't know how much they've been shown. It's a weird town center. Can't build anything across that side, but couldn't build it here because of the hill. Town centers don't fit on hills. Center of a town must always be kept flat, apparently. Could have used an outpost. He does have an outpost. Can't see it. Can't see it. Spots it. Spots it. Dance, dance. Okay, now he knows. Runs the villagers. Able to get... Ooh. Just one villager down. These are not quite enough Shervamches yet. I do not believe. But along with these crossbowmen, absolutely plenty. Keep the villager safe. Losing... Ooh. Yeah, these Shervamches are basically still getting one-shotted, right? They're not completely busted. They are very strong. But, see, 20 art crossbows. Very effective against them. Monk out gathering relics when he has time to think about it for MBL. And he's got a hole. Margougou doesn't want to go in. Realizes I could get trapped in there. The Shervamches could come around one side, the crossbows are on the other side. Grab me. MBL just making villagers. Margougou making crossbows and villagers. But Margougou, 80 to 66 on the eco count. See, far ahead with the eco as Chinese with cheaper technologies and has a military military that's going to be sort of difficult for MBL to take care of, and has the options for everything. That's the deal. Options with the Chinese. And crossbowman now adding thumbring, but he's got camels on the way as well. I like that play. These crossbowmen might as well shoot one more time, right? 17 HP. I think he's gonna do it. MBL. MBL! Does not do it. Just getting those crossbows out of there. And now going into elephant archers. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at these guys. They're so... Okay. Well... maybe we'll get a different view of them here in a bit. Not the view we were looking for. This villager's dead. That's an unprotected Mangonel. I would send 2 Shervamches. But they're an MBL. Dropping the castle. He knows he has enough. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of villagers. He's got enough villagers. He's got the Shervamche riders. If he would send them forward. Definitely going to be losing some vills here. Unnecessarily. Backing off, but I don't know that this castle's denied just yet. Just delayed. Because he had this military all the way over here. He's like, perfect time to add a castle. He was right, it was. Here come the Shravamshas. That was way too many villagers just dying unnecessarily. The Eco KD 12-5 for Margougou. This castle is going to go up. Margougou. Ooh, Margougou can drop his own. Gonna do it. Yes, he's gonna try. No, he's backing away. He is gonna do it. He is absolutely gonna do it right on kissing castles. They are touching. These castles are literally touching each other. This is really highlight point in the game. The Shravamshas clean all the military for Margougou. MBL, though, really low on villagers. MBL might have this castle denied. Margougou, I think, has done it. This castle denied for MBL at 58%. That is a doubt castle, my friends. Great defense by Margougou. MBL did clean the military, but barely has a military lead at this point. Is 20 behind on villagers because even though he was fighting with no army there, still had the military advantage. And now still not a lot of military being produced by MBL. Doesn't know how to break the Chinese because they have every advantage, every tech. They can go into any type of unit. MBL just expanding, adding a 4th town center, adding a market. Doesn't have one of those yet. He's gonna buy some stone and add his own castle somewhere, I would assume. But he's got to watch out. This army heading around, got to be getting into the vision now of MBL. What's he gonna do? MBL has not reacted. No reaction. No reaction. Just comes out of the dark. Found a tunnel through. Skirmisher. Imp and Skirmisher for MBL. What's he gonna do with this army? In his base, there's an army. He's got villagers in this TC, villagers in this TC, but these villagers... Okay, finds a place for them to run as well. They're getting away. They're living. Imp and Light Cav on the way. So, these players just know. I'm going Skirmishers to help deal with all of these Arbalists that are coming, these Crossbowmen, and opponent. I'm going Light Cav to deal with these incoming Skirmishers. They just know what the other is up to. It's incredible. Now, MBL was able to collect 2 relics, and out on the map we see 1, 2, 3. So Margougou has had 0 relics ticking away. Oh, the sheep question. MBL keeps all of his sheep in the town center. Shravamsh is coming in here. This is a bad fight, though, MBL. Just leave. Now you have the... Okay, don't listen to me. I know nothing. Camels directly engaged there. And Garrison, MBL. Garrison. Oh, yeah, my guy. Now the camels do clear up that army. I think they had a better fight back here, but elephant archers and skirmishers chasing them away. MBL going for that 3rd relic, immediately adding trebuchet for MBL. He let's see what he can see. He can't see that castle. When that trebuchet comes out, he will see it, more likely than not, depending on where it drops. A little bit of a trap happening here, and MBL going to be killing off these crossbowmen. And yeah, that's a castle. I see that now, and he's gonna run that treb, and it's gonna die. That treb's dead. It's really unfortunate. This monk also gonna die. So, some unfortunate circumstances there. Well, monk lives, treb lives. I know nothing. I see nothing, clearly. Got no trebuchet on the way just yet. Not quite enough on the wood side. MBL, another 2 trebuchets on the way. And I would hope camels? Camels, I think, should be added. You see the light cav switch, you say, okay, I go camels and MBL. MBL walling half the map. And quick walling. Gonna take out this castle. Gonna lose some vills. I like it. Walled over 2. That's incredible. Can he pull this off? I think he's gonna do it. MBL's absolutely going to do it. He's going to force everything through this one singular choke point and say, I have better units than you. But can he have better units? That's the question. We've got the skirmishers coming in now. Heavy Camel is on the way in for MBL. Look at that. MBL walling 50% of the map off. We do have an important fight here. I want to check this out. These 2 elephant archers fighting off 9 light cav. Right, these are chunky boys. They're quite good units. We got a lot of skirms for our Gurjara player. Skirm Camel, though, really good. Really good. Can't argue with Skirm Camel. And always the options for the Elephant Archers is the Shravamsha Riders as the upgrades really synergize very nicely. Needs some camels, though. Heavy Camel in very soon. Frontier Guards. Oh, that's that makes the units cheaper, I believe. Oh, boy. I don't remember now. It does something, making the camels better. Maybe not cheaper, but better. And here come the camels coming in, trying to save the trebuchets. Able to do so. Trebuchets do force back to the castle. Frontier Guards is in. Maybe it's armor? 0+4 pierce armor? Is Frontier Guards a pierce armor tech, or is it? No, it's a melee armor tech. Yeah. So Frontier Guards, that melee armor for these camels. Does it also? I think it probably also applies. No, maybe not. 0+7 versus 0+6. It does apply then to both. Oh, no, MBL. Oh. Okay. Now, MBL could move these trebs forward now. I think he is at a point where he could do that. And getting Masonry, getting Kshatriyas, which does another thing. This is embarrassing. I always laugh at T90 that he doesn't know what the technologies do. And here I am. I don't know what Kshatriyas does. I don't remember. I wonder if he was going for Kshatriyas earlier. Kshatriyas is the one that makes stuff cheaper. 25% reduced food cost. And Bombard Cannon's already out here for MBL. Liking MBL's position because he's unrateable. Right? He has this map sectioned off in a way that means he can't realistically be rated. Bombard Cannons for the defense. Trebs for the defense. Yeah, up against Arb and Elite Skirm. That's okay. It's okay. He's going to have a lot of camels. He's got 33 camels. 8 in queue. Needs production buildings, which he's adding. Takes a kind of unfortunate fight there. And his castle's half down. Needs to defend, I would say, sooner rather than later. As he doesn't have villagers out here to repair. And 3 trebs are out here to set up. MBL, you need to protect your castle, my guy. You're taking the fight and you're winning the fight, but you're gonna lose your castle if you don't kill these trebuchets. Those 3 hits are gonna take the castle out. And 1 more hit, castle down for MBL. The So castle is also going to go down for Margougou. There are 4 trebs firing away on it. The military is just pushing in. MBL says it doesn't matter that I lost my castle. You lost your entire army and your whole town. In just a matter of seconds, that's what it will be. Good game, says Margougou. That's that. Let's check the statistics here. And one more time. All right, one more time. Have you seen this? In 2 of the very best players in Age of Empires. Stonewall. One of them, Stonewall's 50% of the map. Statistics, what do they tell us about this game? MBL with just the better units, able to take better fight there at the end, get the better KD ratio when it's all said and done. And MBL kept up economically, actually was a bit ahead, shockingly. Technology, MBL just better timings all the way through, and that was a really big thing. In the Castle Age, it allowed him to get the pressure in. In the Imperial Age, it allowed him to get the pressure in. Once again, our society stats, you can see Margougou had a higher villager max and a higher villager total. Wasn't enough to win the game. An APM, 84 average for Margougou, and MBL averaged out at 77. I hope you enjoyed this game. I know I did. You want to see more content like that? Subscribe, come back. I hope to have some more fun games for you in the future. We'll catch you in the next one. See ya.